What is up, Internet? It's your boy Tanku. And today I'm excited. I'm excited because we're going to do our first subscriber requested video. So before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. And then, of course, join us on the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitters. So with that, let's get started. I've been talking back and forth with some of you guys through the comments on the channel, which is great. I'm loving it. I'm loving the interaction. Let's keep that going. And somebody did ask me on the One Punch Man 2 video to just go over and do a recap of the first season of One Punch Man. And I said I would oblige because, you know, our channel's small and I want to make sure I, take all your guys' feedback into consideration. So we're going to go ahead and get started doing that. One Punch Man Season 1. We'll start from the beginning. Of course, we know the main two characters for the entire show is Shimata and Genos. And so basically the first couple episodes is how they meet. Genos is chasing down a monster that's like this mosquito vampire person, I believe, and sucking the blood of all these people and, draining them, making them like husks and killing them. And then, of course, that's when he meets Shimata, because Shimata comes in and does what he does, one punch, and begs to be Shimata's pupil. And Shimata's like, I don't need a pupil, I just do this hero thing for fun. And Genos eventually wears him down, and that's when you start seeing Genos cooking and cleaning his apartment a lot, and he's wearing like an apron, which is pretty funny. And then he asked Shimata what's the secret to his strength. How is he so strong? And Shimata's answer is amazing. He basically runs 10 kilometers a day. For this in America here, that's 6.21 miles. And then he does 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats. That's it. That's why he's so strong. In fact, he's trained so hard, he lost all his hair. And so Genos can't really believe that, and that's exactly what he does. That's why Shimata's so strong. So that's where you have that. That's how they meet. And then, of course, as it progresses, Genos talks Shimata into joining the Heroes, Federation, or the Heroes, course that was made. And you find out that the whole reason why the Hero Federation was made is because Shimata, before he became One Punch Man, saved the kid of this rich guy from a monster. And this rich guy founded the Hero Association and was been looking for Shimata ever since. But since he lost his hair, now it looks nothing like he did before. He doesn't recognize him when he actually managed to join. The middle arc of the first season is pretty good because that's when you meet a lot more of the heroes, and there's a big invasion from like sea, like these crab people type deal, and you see how good of a guy Shimata really is. Some people think it's because he just doesn't care, but that's not the case. He actually cares about other people. He cares about the heroes. He cares about their rep and how the people see them. You really get to see that in that arc because, of course, some of the higher end heroes fight these sea creatures that come in during the arc, and they get annihilated. They get, just totally destroyed in front of a lot of people. Like, I think they take over a stadium, I think it is, and the people are held hostage. And of course, Shimata gets there finally and crushes the opposition from the sea, we'll say. And instead of taking all the glory for himself, because these people saw these heroes struggle and get whipped, and like the back and forth between the villains and the heroes fighting, he pretty much kind of played the villain himself a little bit. It was like, haha, they got so weak by the time I got here. The heroes weakened so much, that's how I was able to take them out. So the glory actually goes to the heroes that were actually fighting and saving the people the entire time till Shimata got there. And that shows how good of a guy he really is, how his character is, how he's really a good guy, and he doesn't care about the glory or anything like that. He just wants to fight monsters as a part-time hero to do it for fun, as he says all the time. I want to be a hero for fun. So, of course, Genos knows how strong he is the entire time and keeps trying to tell him, hey, you could be like at the top if you just let people know. And Samantha's like, I don't care, whatever, And then, of course, there's the interactions with Sonic for the comedic relief, where Sonic, accidentally gets, lands on Shimata's fist. He doesn't even punch him. Sonic is doing some move, and then he, lands on his fist and totally destroys himself, which is pretty funny. And that's pretty much the whole entire first season. The very very last arc of the first season, I think it's the Universe Destroyer or the World Destroyer. It's been a while since I've watched it, and I didn't watch the entire season over again. I just watched bits and pieces to get reminded of stuff. But anyways, the World Destroyer or the Universe Destroyer comes to Earth, and he's gonna blow up the Earth, and that's when you run into a lot of the A-class heroes. I believe Blizzard's there. Not Blizzard. I'm sorry. Tornado, which is Blizzard's sister. Silver Fang, which is the karate guy, and I can't remember the mechanical guy that, like, he doesn't care about people, he just cares about testing his weapons. But they're all there, and they're having troubles getting there. They can't even get to where the world destroyer is, the big bad for the season. They can't even get to him. And Samantha's just like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Just jumps right up to the platform, and you see an actual decent back and forth fight. But of course, you find out that Simata's still holding back, but he's happy because he's able to use a full speed punch, I believe it was, or like a full power punch, because he has been holding back the entire time. Of course, he wins. That's the end of the season. Big Bad's beat. Samata's the unsung hero, but he doesn't get any credit because he doesn't want it, doesn't report it. All the A-level heroes that were there get all the credit for taking the guy down. And the last joke of the final season, of course, is like, a big old monster comes in. Samata just punches him once and kills him. He's like, we're back to one punch again. And he's just like frustrated with it. And that's how they end the first season. So far, the second season has been up and down because Matt House did an excellent job with the first season. And the guys that are doing the second season, they have their moments, but it's kind of rocky. I'm still watching the second season. I'm still into it. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the rundown of the first season for our first subscriber requested videos. Now again, remember to like, subscribe, join the conversation, and I do hope everybody has an awesome day.